This is probably one of the happier stories I have reported on in quite a while. Let me explain. I think you're really going to like this one. So we have a little comic here, but here's the thing. This is actually not the original version. This is a translated version. The comic was originally in English. Then this fellow, Nippon Ukrainia, who I believe is a Ukrainian fellow living over in Japan, translated it from English to Japan and posted it on Twitter. And guess what? That tweet did not flop. Quite the opposite. Japanese people love this tweet. It has over 22,000 retweets and over 47,000 likes. So they love it. I wonder what it could say. Why don't we take a look at the original English version and see? By the way, I'll say this much. If you can read the Japanese version, congratulations. You got like 500, between 500 and 525 bonus weeaboo points right there. Congratulations. For the rest of us plebs, here's the English version from G Prime 85. He says, one last tweet and I'll stop posting about this. I promise. Here's the original English comic if anyone missed it last year. Can I play? Sure. This game is too difficult. Can we change it? No, we've been playing it this way for years. Why are you excluding me? Oh, it's great. It's great. So again, full credit to G Prime 85 for this comic. Oh my gosh, it's so short, but so perfect. And I love how the person who is, all rude has blue hair. Oh my gosh, it couldn't be more accurate. Which sucks because blue hair used to not be a thing like that, man. Like in general, blue hair was like a punk thing. And yeah, now it's just a bunch of weirdos you got who love the blue hair stuff. I don't know why. Like, I never thought I would say this, but I will admit, it wasn't just a punk thing, blue hair. There was also another subculture, so to speak, and they were called the scene people. Scene. And the scene people would also have blue hair a lot of the time, and they were really obnoxious back then. They used to love, selfies, and there was all kind of terms for them. And they were really obnoxious back in the day. But here's the thing. The current year people who rock blue hair, at least most of them, they make even the scene group from 10 years or so ago look great. Like, I don't mean appearance-wise. Well, that too, to be honest, but not just appearance-wise. In general, figure of speech, the scene people with blue hair, I would take them any day over what we're stuck with now and these weirdos. And that's why this is such an accurate little comic, man. And it's great to see, again, in Japan, people are loving this comic. So on one hand, it's great, but on the other hand, it's really not, because it's really unfortunate that that Japanese people even have to relate to this. I mean, here in the West, of course we do, because that's where a lot of this nonsense is. But now these weirdos are going after Japan so much and trying to force Japanese people to change to their weird values and what they say is right or wrong. It is absolutely a bigoted thing that they are doing, and it's so ironic that they like to use that term against others when really they are that themselves. We're not done here yet, though. Remember the Japanese version of the tweet that Ukrainian fella translated? So he also had his own tweet above that, the text roughly translating to this. This is basically the problem for a certain side of politics in the U.S. I'll let you figure out what side they're probably talking about. Instead of trying to be socially instead of trying to be socially compatible, they try to change the rules themselves to suit themselves, ignoring that the majority of the general population will be stuffy. If they are repelled, they will pretend to be treated unfairly by people. A person who cannot distinguish between free and selfish. Again, that's just a rough example, but I think you can get the idea of what they're saying. Finally, we're going to end with this. Some more comments made from G Prime, the creator of the comic. They say, I drew this. Thanks for translating it. I'm glad to see my comics can be enjoyed across borders. To be fair, responds J Step, I think that Japan is feeling this a lot more than even Western geeks. Still, this is a really cool comic, and it speaks to a lot of people. Thank you for your efforts. This other guy chimes in and says, yeah, they've had it all happen at once, as opposed to the steady increase over here. J Step follows up with, that is pretty true. This nonsense has been happening since 2011, though it really didn't hit us too hard until 2014, 2015. the outrage that has been happening for Japan might have come out earlier, but Western Voices hasn't had an impact till recently. So some anecdotal stuff there, some opinions, but you get the idea. Just thought I'd include that because we had G Prime up at the top. That's all there really is to say about this one. I just wanted to share that comic and share how well it was being received from Japanese people. So hopefully you enjoyed both those things. I know I did. Let me know what you think in the comments below. In the comic, oh my goodness, I'm gonna not edit that out because it's kind of funny. Oh geez, now I almost slipped on my chair, guys. I better end this video. Things are going very bad here. Oh geez. Shout out to Deshaun Miller, Sir Wolf, Dinosaur King, Nadad M, Ricky Spiral, Mr. Anime 343, KJ Collins, Fant Wolf, Ankh Uchiha, Codenex, and Ishra Blackwolf. Those are the last 2 hours worth of shoutouts. If you get it after that, thank you. Sorry I missed you. I better wrap this up before something crazier happens. Thank you again for tuning in. See you next time.